Just don't touch it. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. Please don't touch it. Okay. So today we're talking about Hamlet. The primary question is Hamlet a hero or a villain?
It's kind of like in a movie when the antagonist does the bad stuff with a good intention.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe curing a disease for someone they love or like something like that. That's what I'm thinking with Hamlet. He thinks he's the hero because he's getting at Claudius for killing his dad, but he does it in a way that makes him not a good person.
I agree. Like, it's very contradictory of what he does. Like, sometimes it's good and he has good intentions and everything, and other times it's like, you shouldn't have done that. Like, that was bad.
Mm-hmm. He jumped the gun on a lot of things. Like, when he was talking to his mother,
mm-hmm.
and Polonius was hiding in the curtain and he thought it was Claudius, and he killed him.
That was pretty bad. That, I think that's definitely where things turned, and you saw him more of as a villain than a hero.
Mm-hmm. It catches me how insane Ophelia got.
Mm-hmm.
She's just watching her creep me out. I could not stand it.
I just felt bad. I was like, she's lost her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Made her go crazy. No. So with Hamlet, I think the only part where you would consider him even like remotely a hero was towards like, not really the beginning, but after his dad died and his uncle married his mom,
mm-hmm.
and he was trying to like reveal that, but nobody would believe him or anything.
Like
that's
play?
Yes, that's kind of where I thought that he was somewhat of a hero. He was trying to uncover the truth.
It's like planning and execution.
Mm-hmm.
He plans to be the hero and he plans to like do good in the ways of like what his father dying. But the execution was him essentially killing every single person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say he got Ophelia, but her death was caused by him killing her father.
Mm-hmm.
He got Ophelia, he got Polonius, he got Claudius, he got his own mother.
Yeah.
He got, what's it called? Ophelia's brother?
Oh, not Cleopas.
Starts with Leo.
Yeah.
He got Guildenstern and Rosencrantz. The play that we watched in class, that was the acting.
It was, I'm good.
You could tell it was good acting because, what's her name? Ophelia, she was played by the girl in
Titanic?
Mm-hmm. By the girl in the Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
She tried to look insane and she looked absolutely insane.
I agree.
Creeped me out.
Okay.
Continue.
So that was like the only question that we had, but I did find a verse that kind of relates to being a villain or a hero. Ooh. And it's Ecclesiastes 3:2. It actually relates to the saying to be or not to be. It says, there is a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to uproot.
Yeah, no. There were definitely a few times where you could tell he was trying to do good,
mm-hmm.
and just the way that he did it was not the best way he could have done it. Yeah. Exposing Claudius to the play, that was one of the better things that he did compared to everything else.
Yeah.
So,
I think at first he had good intentions for what he was trying to do,
and they just slowly corrupted.
Yes, he got scared, and he was just filled with all this pain and everything, and
mm-hmm.
over time he became more of that villain. He just didn't execute it correctly the way he should have.
Yeah. He executed the murders. That he did do that.
Yes.
I think his mother was just accidentally killed by Claudius with like the poison wine.
Mm-hmm. I just thought that.
No, the corruption definitely took place after the first few, because then he started getting cocky.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got away with Claudius and the Leo guy.
Yes.
And then his friends he killed at the end because he was going to be put to death, but he switched the blame or like the names or something in the sentencing.
Mm-hmm.
And so Guildenstern and Rosencrantz, they were the ones put to death.
Mm-hmm.
So he like, just over time, it slowly started with good intentions, and then it was like, oh, this has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know what I'm doing now.
Yeah, he slowly became more psychotic as time went on.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he started psychotic, or do you think he started like depressed when he found out that his dad was like killed?
I think he started depressed and like wanted to uncover the truth. Like he knew what the truth was, but nobody else did. And so I think that he was trying to uncover that truth for other people to see, and over time it just became corrupted.
Too much for the human mind.
Yes, especially because when what was his name that was in that curtain? When
Polonius?
Yes, Polonius. I think when Polonius had shown up and he was talking to his mother, I think he just got really scared, and that's why he like just started stabbing and everything. But
it's kind of like when you're like going to the bathroom at night and you have that curtain closed on the shower and you see just the tiniest bit of movement.
Mm-hmm.
You're just kind of scared for a minute, and if it moves again, you start punching at it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you hit something, you hit something. That's when you run.
Yeah.
But when you don't, you just kind of have to sit there. No, he was... Okay, another question. Similar.
Mm-hmm.
When do you think he became crazy? Because you said he started depressed. When, somewhere along the lines, do you think he like made that switch?
Mm-hmm. I think it was when he killed Polonius. Like right after that, he realized like he has this sort of power, I guess, and that I think that's where it really turned for him. Because his first kill, that takes a toll on people. So I think it's where it started.
It mentally it mentally screws people up to like, for the first time seeing a dead body, even cops or like EMTs, you can see when they're like struggling to stay focused. I watched this guy who was doing a Twitch stream, and he was watching this video of these two women. They were in a car. First off, the car didn't have the right tags. The girl didn't have a license. And apparently she was living in that car. And the cops, as they were like, one of them pulled him over and he could like smell something, right? So he called over, like, back up, all that. And in the back of her car, she says she didn't know, but she even explained how it happened. There were suitcases upon suitcases, and she mentioned living in that car with her kids, or like living in hotels or something. And she wasn't the mother. Her sister was the mother, but her sister didn't want the kids, so that's how they like got to her.
Yeah.
But in the back there was this big like wad of like just wrapping, and so they had her cut through it, and it was a bunch of blankets, and then it got to a tiny suitcase in the middle of that, and they opened it and they had to cut more wrapping, and there was the body of like a 4-year-old, I think it was a 7-year-old girl. And so the girl tried to run, and while they were like looking at it, the first person who saw the one that pulled her over, you could tell this was like his first time ever having this happen. Because I think it was somewhere along, like, the narrator explained they were mad, they were confused, they were like, why would someone ever do this to a kid? There were 2 kid bodies in there. There was a 7-year-old girl, and there was her little brother, a 5-year-old boy. And like they were rotting. That's where that smell came from. So, I mean, it's all body cam footage. It shows a guy punching a telephone pole because he was mad. It just shows guys like mentally they're going downhill after seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
She claimed she didn't know they were in there, but she explained how they were killed. Like, I only got to the point to where she explained the 7-year-old. So she was explaining that, and she was crying and she was asking, like, to be put to death for this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it was just like that mental, even the person that killed the kids, she was just not mentally okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you just look at, it doesn't show faces, but you can hear them. They're asking what happened. They're having trouble believing everything.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's unbelievable. But I can see how it relates to Hamlet. Like, with him, he probably had some mental things going on that, like, made him go downhill from that first kill.
Definitely seeing that first body, you gotta, like, step back a minute, and you have to, like, process everything.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's just, like, it helped him get out that anger, and that's how he, like, continued moving on. He somehow found a positive in killing Polonius, and failed to really see that negative, and that's kind of like how that could have sprouted.
Mm-hmm. It could have started the psychotic side, just keep going, you know?
You're doing fine, you're not getting caught, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Because his mother didn't snitch on him.
No, which I think she should have. As a good mother, I think she should have.
There are a few things that you can let your kids do that's like, not like hurting somebody, but like there are a few bad things a kid could do to where the mother, you just don't tell anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Just either to keep the family name intact because it could downfall on everyone else, or this one person could hear about it and it could cause problems with them, and it could like potentially put people in danger, or it could put y'all in like, it could possibly give you a warrant to get arrested. I understand those bits, but to that point, that's when, I don't want to say you drop family, but you don't let that keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's probably also really bad for her to see. Because her kid just killed somebody. That's not something you expect your child to ever do.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're a bad parent, whether you've had a bad family, you don't expect your kid to kill anyone. Especially a close friend like Polonius. He was close to Claudius, he was close to the queen. Ophelia was close to both of them. So that kill could have done something to the mother. And it could have also been one of those things where she like didn't want to bring it up because she didn't want to resurface those thoughts, those images. It could be something along those lines. It's just tough to like see how downhill someone could go from that. Speaking of Hamlet being crazy, Ophelia, good Lord. The play that we watched when she walked into that little like matted room, I forgot what they're called, the isolation chamber or whatever, when she just sat there and stared at the wall. I would never, even if I was a paid actor, you would have to pay me at least $20,000 a minute if you want me to sit there and stare at a wall without moving, without flinching, without laughing, without turning around. It's just like, there was a difference in like the way she stared at it too. Cause like normally, when you see someone staring at a wall, they're like maybe looking around a little bit, they're like, kind of fidgeting a little. She sat dead still. She was able to like create that whole, she thought like she completely turned off. You know, like, I know we don't know, but like when you turn off a robot and it just kind of like sits there lifeless, that's like kind of what you see when she stares at that wall. She just kind of like turned herself off, like her soul left her body for a minute. It went to go roam and find those lavenders she was talking about. Oh when she mentioned the Lavenders dying with her father, oh, no. If Hamlet was there to see that one, like, little snippet of her dancing around and all that, just, like, seeing the genuine, like, psycho in her, I feel like that would have, like, maybe he would have been like, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that could have switched him, but he wasn't there for that. He probably would have tried to kill Claudius in that moment, I'm not gonna lie. Because, like, most of the times when you see him planning to kill Claudius, Claudius is always with, like, a bunch of people or, like, a bunch of witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when they were doing Ophelia's death, Claudius was, like, near everybody, and there was a priest or whatever, and everything, and there was, like, witnesses. The grave also got me, because the brother jumped down, and he was like, bury me with her. Like, you shall not bury her. You shall not bury her unless I hold her one more time.
Mm-hmm.
That,
took her out of the casket.
He snatched her out of the grave. Talk about a disrespectful burial. That just made it worse.
Yeah.
Never snatch a lady out of her casket. Because that casket was pretty smooth from what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
So that could have been like a really like good casket to have at that time. Because I don't know what the other ones looked like. But I'm guessing just like planks or whatever. You'd have to be like expensive if you want to get a good casket. I don't know how the expenses were then.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that would have been the scenario. If you snatch me out of my casket, I'm haunting you. I don't want to be. No. No.
Oh my goodness.
Because. I mean, I know the death of his father and the death of his sister now due to suicide. That's definitely gonna hit you in the head. But at the same time, to grab a dead body, that takes a little bit of psycho. I think everyone just like went a little insane in that play. But Hamlet was the one that got Ophelia was the one that got like the absolute worst of it. Hamlet second, because he still had a little bit of consciousness. Ophelia was just straight up dancing in the daisies. Like, Ophelia got the worst of the whole psychotic mess, and then Hamlet was second. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, I want to say, were the most human-like, like normal human-like, in that entire play. Because you also had the people burying, like doing the whole, like digging the burial place. And the guy was just like throwing around skulls. He picked a skull up, he threw it out. He grabbed a bone, he threw it out. And it was like,
yeah,
the thought process that you need to grab that you know is a human bone. It looked like a femur that he grabbed. Or like one of these bones. Oh.
You made the... Yeah, how long it took me?
No, we don't. So...
Anyways, as you were saying.
I already forgot what I was saying. You opened his mouth and he took my words from me. He ate them. Just everyone was insane.
Pretty
That's
much.
the gist of it.
Pretty much.
Some people worse than others.
I think that's it.
See how long that